The Emil II is a Swedish Tier 9 heavy tank. It is a variant of the heavy tank developed under the project of 1949. In 1952, 3 heavy tank projects were proposed. The Emil 1952 E2 was the second variant. Depending on the armor and the mounted engine, the weight of the vehicle varied from 34 to 39 tons. However, at the end of the 1952, development of the E2 version was discontinued in favor of the E3 version. The E3 version had similar characteristics with improved armor. And before we get into some gameplay, let's go through the characteristics of this vehicle. The gun on the vehicle is pretty good. It is a 4-shell autoloader with decent penetration and decent damage. The gun also has 12 degrees of gun depression, which is better than any other Tier 9 tank. The mobility of the tank is pretty good, considering it is a Tier 9 heavy tank. The armor on the tank is excellent, and it has extremely small weak points. The frontal turret armor is virtually impenetrable, but the side armor and the rear armor are not that great on the tank. Also, cupolas on top of the turret become more exposed when using more gun depression. In World of Tanks, the Emil II leads to the Kranwagen, but let's just see what it can do with some gameplay. Hello guys, and welcome back to World of Tanks Ace Tanker series. As you can see, today we'll be driving the Emil II. Driving the Emil II for us is Mrzlyx or Mrzlyx. I cannot really pronounce the name, I don't know how do you pronounce it. But nevertheless, we are going to play on the Sacred Valley, and well, we can say that we are continuing on the previous video. We had the STR V74 on Tier 6, and now we are driving a Tier 9 heavy tank, so eventually when you go through the line you're going to get to both of these tanks and you're going to be happy, because this is a very good tank and you are going to have so much nice times driving this tank, because, well, let's not spoil it, let's just wait for the first engagement and see what this tank can do. So as I said in the intro, the armor is virtually impenetrable on the turret. Basically, when this tank gets into the hull down position, you get more than those 200mm of armor on the turret. You are going to get a lot of armor on the turret, and basically nothing can penetrate you. As you can see here, fighting against the 112s, you might argue that the 112 doesn't really have the best penetration on the gun, but really the position where Mrzlyx is pretty nice, because from that position none of those tanks, not even the tank destroyer, the Scorpion G, can penetrate him. Now, as I said, the turret armor is good, the hull armor is also good, 80mm. I cannot say it's the best hull armor that you can get, but it is angled pretty nicely with good sloping on the front. And yeah, the enemy tanks are going to have trouble penetrating. Now, as you can see, he is in a good position. He is driving an autoloader, so he needs to stay behind while he is reloading. But take a notice here that he is moving forward when he is about to reload, to take a good position to fight against the tanks that are here. Fortunately, this one didn't penetrate the 112, but the third one did, and that's his first kill. As I said in the intro, the side armor is not that great, and well, you saw there when the 112 had the shot on the side armor, it penetrated pretty easily. Now, you can see that the friendly team is losing, and losing quite heavily. You can see that the enemy tanks are pushing on the other side, and it is a matter of time when they push through. And on this side, it's him and the Super Pershing and the STRV Tier 9. So a Swedish Tier 9 tank destroyer against a couple of tanks, but as you can see, they are dealing with them pretty well here, and it is a matter of time when they finish off everything that is here. So 3K is on one shot, still reloading on the autoloader. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to get the shot here, but the Super Pershing is doing a great job and finishes off the VK. Now you can see that there is a scout tank here, and also on the minimap there is an AMX 1375. So Super Pershing going against the small tank there, the light tank, and you can see what the power of the autoloader is. So 2 shots in the side of the 75, 1 shot into the lower plate. Now take notice here, he was shooting on the side of the cupola because it is a easier place to penetrate. And when the E75 turned his frontal armor of the Cupola towards the Emil II, he shot the lower plate. So consider, well, it's like this: you should always shoot at the point where you can penetrate, where you have the best chance to penetrate, and 2 shots at the side of the Cupola and the 3rd one in the lower plate. Very good choice there to finish off the 75. And also the last shot went into the lower plate because the 75 wasn't angling properly. Now once again reloading here, he has the shot on the T44 on the Panther. In my opinion this was a mistake. He shoots the T44 going for the maximum damage, but he probably should have shot the Panther, finishing him off, not allowing the enemies to survive to have the one more gun in the game. Now going for the T-34-2 here, finds the T-34, but he has to shoot at the Panzer IV, as you can see. Great armor here, 750 blocked on that Panzer, finishing off the Scout here, bouncing again against the T-34-2. Great frontal armor, as I said, on the tank, and you can see that he is already bounced over 1300 damage. Now hunting the T-34-2, in my opinion, he puts one in, and he should be more aggressive going towards the T-34-2. If the T-34-2 realizes that he is reloading, yeah, he realized it, he is going to try and find the side shots. Now this is quite unfortunate. He should always try and keep the front armor towards the T-34-2. In my opinion, he could have done this better. He could have just kept the T-34-2 rammed, so drive behind him and not allow him to get his side or the rear. 2 shots here from the T-34-2, but he is now reloading, and yeah, pretty good shot there through the Cupola and sets the T-34-2 on fire, finishes him off. 5 kills, and as you can see, the tides are turned. It is only a matter of question when they find the last 2 remaining tanks and who will get the last kills. So the tanks that were on the 1 and 2 line, so the 2 and 3 line, so Mrzlyx and the tier 9 tank destroyer and the super Pershing are, well, the ones that have survived, and the Duelist that was camping in the base. They are the ones that survived, and they are the ones that really carried this game. At the post-game stats we are going to see how much damage, or we can just see here 5700 damage for Mrzlyx. I think that he didn't have any blind shots, so this should be it. Now trying to fight the last remaining tanks here. Here is the enemy Judas. He's AFK, it looks like it. He didn't really move from the enemy cap. Finds the 6th kill on the Judas. 2 shells left. Will it be enough to find the MX-1375 and finish him off? Or will he go for the cap? Now there is the MX-1375. Let's just see the sniping potential of the Emil. Unfortunately this one missed. The second one, can he find the shot on the AMX? Yes, he can. He leaves the AMX on 93 HP and, well, bouncing a couple more shots. That's a GG, and let's take a look at the post-game stats. As you can see here, Mrzlyx had a pretty nice game. He got a couple of medals like Brothers in Arms, Steel Wall, High Caliber, Top Gun, and of course the Master Badge Ace Tanker. On team score sheet we can see that he finished first with over 6400 damage, 6 kills and over 1500 experience. On the detailed report we can see that he fired 20, 19 hit the target and 17 penetrated. With the premium account he was able to score 51,000 credits. Now at the end, this summary of the replay that we saw. Now he was using the Emil II exactly as you should use your heavy tanks. He went to the heavy side, finished off the tanks that were on that side, and then progressed towards the middle of the map, trying to finish off as much as tanks as he could. The good characteristics of the tank really showed off, as he was using the armor to the fullest and he was able to clip out most of his shells into the enemy. At the end it really paid off, as he was able to score nearly 6500 damage in less than 7 minutes. A really nice gameplay there. As always guys, if you liked the video, leave a like. If you didn't like the video, leave a dislike. Leave a comment what you think about the Emil II and, well, would you do some things differently this replay. Also, if you don't know what to watch next, you can watch the previous video with the STR V74 in a really good gameplay 1 versus 5 at the end. As always, if you haven't subscribed to the channel already, you can do it now. Hope you guys like this one, and I'll see you in the next one.